What's going on? It's Cat 3000, aka your favorite rapper's favorite writer's favorite writer, and you are tuned in to BNR Weekly.
And you're watching.
You are now watching
BNR Weekly. I hope you guys are paying attention and tuning in.
And you're watching BNR Weekly.
BNR Weekly.
BNR Weekly.
BNR Weekly.
BNR Weekly. And you're rocking with BNR Weekly.
BNR Weekly.
Shout out to BNR Weekly. Yeah.
And we are here with Kim Osorio, hip-hop enthusiast, writer and editor, also SMH consultant, co-executive producer of the show. We want to know, what all are you doing to be involved in the show?
Well, I came here, I'm actually really excited about this. This was an idea that Crooked Eye Slaughterhouse had, and he came to me and I was in the very early stages of it. After that, he took it to Mike Smith, and since then it was like out of here. You know, SMH Records got behind it, and now you see the competition that it is today, and we are so excited.
Okay, cool, I see. So we also know that you have a website coming out for artists that are emerging. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
See, you getting a scoop now, you know that, right?
I know, but you know, we really want to know. Like, we're very interested. We're hungry.
You know what that tells me? That you did your research.
I did.
You did.
Thank
so
you.
the site is breakingartist.com. It's in beta right now. We haven't launched it, but we're excited because we want to give artists a platform to be discovered. And we want to get back to discovering artists for just having talent. That's even what One Shot is about. You know, the idea was it's a rap competition. There are all these competition shows for artists, but there's really none right now that focus on hip-hop. And hip-hop is bigger than it's ever been, so why wasn't that? And that's really, when he came up with the idea for the show, what it was about. It was about putting on hip-hop artists. Like, you know, this sport, I always call like battle rap a sport, and although they're not battling, they're sort of, you know, battling against themselves, right? They're competing to get to the top spot. So it's really something that I think is long overdue.
Yeah, it's definitely long overdue. So what do you think artists are missing today in hip-hop? Hip-hop has evolved tremendously in the past 20 years. What are they lacking? And what do they need to do to stand out in the competition?
That's a good question. Because when you look at what hip-hop is right now, you really have everything, right? Like, there's so many different flows. There's people who are rhyming about everything. And it's very diverse now. But I think hip-hop, even in its inception, was always about originality and standing out. And if you come with your A game, you come to do something that hasn't been done before, you're going to get through. You gotta have all of the other elements, right? You gotta have your wordplay, you gotta have, you know, your charisma, you gotta have your look right. I think a lot of people forget about that. There's a lot of image involved, but you have to stand out. That's the big thing.
All right, so Kim, let us know where the people can find you.
You can find me at Kim Osorio1. That's KIMOSORIO, the number 1. And that is everything. Twitter, Instagram, you know, that's the way to reach me.
All right, guys, so go ahead and click that follow button. And now we're hanging out with Kathy Iandoli, co-host of the show and also VP at SMH Records. Tell us, what are you looking forward to see within the competition?
What I think we're looking for essentially is that star factor. You know, a lot of people can rap. Anybody can, you know, have the lyrics, have the ability to ride along to the beat, or even in this case a cappella for the tryouts, but just really that it factor. You know, there's a lot of rappers, but we're looking for stars.
Now, speaking of it factor, what is that it factor?
I think it's a combination of things. It's definitely lyrics, the flow, the cadence, your ability to just, you know, create this lasting impression. There's so many different elements to what it takes to be a good MC, but at the same time, we're looking for someone who can go the distance with that. You know, it's a matter of being able to be entertaining, or, you know, show up on a video and just create this movement, you know.
So now, will we be able to catch you at any of the music festivals this year?
Actually, I'm going to be on a panel at South by Southwest, a Women in Hip Hop panel. That's on, I believe, March 18th. So yeah, you'll see me there.
Okay, and Kathy, let the people know where they can find you at.
You can find me at Cat 3000. That's KATH 3000. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also check me out at KathyIandoli.com. That's IANDOLI.
And is there anything that you want to leave the competitors with so that they're on their A game?
Good luck.
Good luck. And now we're hanging out with Mike Smith, that's right, owner of SMH Records, and also the big man who's going to sign that check of $100,000 to the winner.
That's right.
Tell us, what are you looking forward to see within some of the competition tonight?
I mean, we're looking for people obviously who have talent, but most importantly, they have to have that intangible. They've got to kind of cross over, not only, you know, come in here and actually, you know, a lot of these guys are going to be able to, you know, come here and spit their verses and everything like that, but we need guys who look good, girls who look good, and actually have that, you know, that part of their personality where they're going to be able to actually do it for the long haul too. Because I mean, this is an investment. So I mean, I'm putting out a big check to people, but beyond that, we're actually going to be doing a record deal with them. So we're going to want them to actually hang with us for the long haul.
So speaking of investment, we want to know, what are you tired of seeing?
What am I?
Yeah, what's the cliche? What are you tired of seeing?
That's a great question. Honestly, I'm tired of I'm tired of the white guy who sounds just like Eminem. To be perfectly frank, I want to see originality. And it's like just coming in here and being trite isn't going to cut it. I mean, it's got to be somebody who's got their own thing. So
I definitely understand that, because I'm tired of seeing the same thing as well.
Right.
But we also want to know, what do you want to leave the competitors with, you know, that haven't gone yet? Any advice you want to give?
Well, I mean, I think first off today, you know, we had this holding area that we're calling the holding cell, and these guys started battle rapping, and it was actually really cool. So I kind of went in there and hung out with them for a little bit, and I thought that like the energy in there was great. The biggest thing that I would say to leave everybody today that we notice is that you got to put a video up on the website. If you put a video up, you're actually guaranteed to be seen. If you don't, you may not get seen. And we ended up having a bigger turnout today than we anticipated, so that almost became an issue, but we were able to kind of push through everybody. But in the bigger cities like Atlanta, LA, New York, we might not be able to see everybody, but you will absolutely be seen if you put up a video.
Well, that's awesome, and thank you so much. But before you leave us, let the people know where they can find you at.
It is myoneshot.tv.